Going through menopause is a mental game. I know a lot of people talk about nutrition and hormones and exercise. Um, but what I've really found is, at least for me, it's really important for me to take time to stay grounded, to be calm. And, it's interesting because I'm in the perimenopause space right now. Um, I'm still having, menstrual cycles, but I have actually been able to navigate it pretty well because I have a regular hypnotherapy, self-hypnosis practice. And, it's one of those things that we don't really realize how much stress is actually affecting our body until, that stress is relieved. And so, recently I had some health issues come up, and I saw like an increase in kind of all of the typical perimenopausal symptoms, when really when I would do my self-hypnosis, it would actually, the root was this fear and the stress that I was experiencing based on the fear with some of these health issues. And so unfortunately, it's kind of like this, compounding effect, right? We can have, menopausal symptoms, not being able to sleep well at night, getting irritated, um, just kind of feeling off those hormonal imbalances, the foggy head. And then we get afraid of what's going on, and then our body is stressed. And so then it can kind of keep this shitty cycle. To be perfectly honest, it's a shitty fucking cycle. Um, so when we can recognize like what's going on, and yes, exercise helps us to get out of our head and relieve stress and all of this kind of things. But it's not just that. I really I really don't know how I would have been handling this time frame in my life if I wasn't doing hypnotherapy on a regular basis. And, you know, sometimes the easiest way to do that is just to pause and take a few deep breaths and just, like focus my energy, my thoughts, and kind of go inward. And when I begin to go inward and I just breathe deeply, the process of hypnotherapy alone already calms your entire autonomic nervous system. And again, when we're calm, then those stress chemicals aren't kicking into high gear. The blood starts flowing in a more regulated way around our body. Even kind of those, that irritation that just seems to come out of nowhere can begin to calm. And I think it's also about giving myself permission to feel what I'm feeling. So the last 2 years, I've really been focused on peace and creating a life for myself that supports my inner peace. And really, I moved into that space because I was starting to have all these perimenopausal symptoms. I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't even know what the fuck they were. I did not realize that this was, menopause coming on. But what I do know is that when I hit 50, it was like, oh, wait, there's some changes happening. And either I can beat myself up. I don't know about you, but it's so natural for us to beat ourselves up for this is our body letting us know it's time to transition. And so that's another thing, is that, a lot of my clients that are this age, in this age range, they're coming to realize, like, I can't keep doing things the way I used to do them. And I can't keep doing everything for everybody else. And so again, what I found really works well for me is to just pause, to breathe. When I focus inward, especially if I start focusing inward to my heart, I can let go of, the self-criticism, like I'm not supposed to be foggy-headed. I don't know about you, but there's been times when I walk into a room and I don't remember why I'm walked into there, and I start beating myself up for it. And that's not helpful. All that does, again, is kick in those stress hormones and just kind of add fuel to the fire. So when I'm doing that, now I just laugh. Now I just laugh. And again, if I find that I'm really out of sorts, if I'm getting irritated, I come back and I just begin to do some self-hypnosis. So yeah, not a lot of people specifically talk about the mental frame of mind actually affecting what's happening in our bodies. And I'm here to tell you, the last 2 years, I have really made it my focus that when I just feel that irritation, even in the middle of the night, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I will get out of my bed, I will come and I will actually sit in this lovely, comfortable chair, which is another thing I've given myself permission to enjoy. And then I'll just do some self-hypnosis. So I invite you to use any of the other videos that I have, read over what resonates with you, and just begin to enjoy a regular practice of taking some deep breaths, going inward, giving yourself some compassion, and notice if you do this, is there a little bit of lessening to the physical symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. So I'd love to hear in the comments if this resonated with you, and if you have any other practices that you do to get your mental health kind of into that, more calm, centered, grounded state. And if you found that is helpful for you for dealing with the physical, reality of what is happening in our bodies going through menopause. You're not alone. It's perfectly natural. And so just let go of the judgments about yourself and, just begin to enjoy this kind of practice of maybe starting to do some self-hypnosis. So wishing you well with such gratitude. Take care.